Alright, today I'm going to change out the BEC in our Radian Pro. The stock speed control, the E-Flight 30 amp speed control, to me the battery elimination circuit in it is just not quite up to spec. It's rated at 0.7 amps, and I've seen people reporting that they've had a larger draw on that on this this BEC. So we're going to replace it with a 10 amp Castle Creations BEC. It's designed for 6 cell, up to 6 cell, 25 volt maximum, with 4.8 to 9 volt output. And what we've got to do to replace this is on our speed control, our E-Flight speed control. You can see here we've got our positive and negative leads to go to the battery. Now on your stock Radian Pro, you'll have a blue connector here, an E3B or EB3, excuse me, and I've replaced that with these XT60 connectors, which I just prefer over the stock connectors. And we're going to cut both these wires and solder them in, red to red, black to black. Alright, that's our first step. And once I get to that point, I'll come back and show you where we're at. Alright, if you can see, we've got our negative and positive wires from our BEC and its speed control twisted together and tinned up and ready to go. We also took and slid a piece of shrink wrap over both of these wires before we hooked this connector up. Otherwise we'd be out of luck there and have to desolder it and go back and slide it on. So next thing I'm going to do is attach this connector, and I'll come back and show you when that's soldered and done. Alright, we've got our two wires soldered onto our connector. Looks like we got good connections, good solder joints. So the only thing left to do on this end is to slide our shrink wrap down over our joints and fire up the heat gun. And we're good to go. Alright, we got our connector on, and I took some electrical tape, wrapped around here to secure all that good. The only thing left to do is we have to disable the BEC that's built into the speed control. And because now we're going to be powering the receiver with our Castle Creations BEC, so we don't want both of them feeding the bus bar of the receiver. So the way we disable this is the center wire on this servo wire, the red wire is the positive wire, and that's typical for these E-Flight brushless controllers or speed controllers. And typically the center wire on most of your leads, on most of I know High Tech and JR, Vitava, the center wire, the red wire is always positive. So the way on this connector, this is a JR connector, the way we're going to disable that wire is, if you look closely, there's a little black tab for each wire. The center wire, we're going to take our X-Acto knife and we're going to lift up underneath that tab and pull the wire out. It's a little bit tricky to get in there, but once you get that tab up, that wire just slides right out like that. Now we're going to take and cut this off and tape it back and secure it. And then this wire from the speed control will plug into the throttle channel like it did before, and our new Castle Creations BEC connector, signal connector, will plug into the battery port, where you put your bind plug typically, and then that should have us good rock and roll. Now here's a quick shot. You can see our BEC tucks nicely into the bottom of our cockpit, a little slot down there, and the only thing left to do is hook up a battery and see if it works. Alright, we got a battery hooked up. Give it a little bit of throttle. There she goes, man. Speed control. Working good. Battery elimination circuit working good. Hopefully this will eliminate some of the problems people have been having with brownouts. Thanks for watching.